Also, what was your favorite skit in SNL?
I mean, it's without question, it's the Bowen and Simu, or Bowen versus Simu. I just think it's, not to like be the exact thing that we're making fun of, but I think it is historic. I think it is actually the first time that an Asian centric skit has ever existed on SNL. And I think that's just, it's momentous. I hate that we can't even say it without laughing now, but, I think that was what I was looking forward to when I got the offer to host SNL was being able to affect that conversation somehow, and also to take up that space within the comedy world. If you know me, or if you know kind of what I'm all about, I am all about taking up space and representing in different parts. And Bowen has been doing it in a lot of ways alone by himself for so long. So it was just so wonderful to get to work with him, to get to speak to him, and then to be able to contribute in some small way to this sketch that, that is just so vividly and unapologetically Asian American, which is incredible. Shout out to Celeste Yim, who's also a writer on SNL, and incredible. They also contributed to the sketch and to my monologue, which was really, really great. They're all incredible talent.
Yeah, we're guilty of doing that too with our headlines. We're like, do you know what Simu just did? The first Asian.
I understand, I understand. It's kind of the world that we live in, and it's definitely, it's also because we are still at a point where we're getting a lot of firsts that are happening, and part of the progress that we need to make as a community is getting to a point where we are no longer, there are no more firsts left to celebrate. And I'm really excited for us to get there. Unfortunately, maybe the headlines won't be as clickbaity, but that's okay.
And to tangent off a little bit, so Bruce Lee's birthday is on Saturday. How do you think your contribution to the martial arts world and playing Shang-Chi pays tribute to him?
Well, first of all, he's such a legend and an icon. It's beyond an honor to even be considered in that same sentence. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I will say, I think Bruce Lee's contribution to Asian American culture goes far deeper than martial arts. I think he was about so many things, but perhaps most of all, I think building a bridge and understanding the universal human experience. And he really was a child of the world. He was born in San Francisco, spent time in Hong Kong, ultimately came back to San Francisco, really straddled each culture, and I feel like was just an enlightened being in so many ways. And I think if you just take his contribution as a martial artist, you are undermining who he was and what he truly was about, and the legacy that he should leave behind. And I hope that in my career I'm able to take his inspiration and his direction, not in the martial arts of it, but in the philosophy of it, in the building of bridges, and in the mindfulness, and in being a child of the world.
So what does it mean to you to work with such Hong Kong martial arts and acting legends? And Arnold's son as teen Shang-Chi was amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he was incredible. They're all incredible. Jaden, Arnold, Tony Leung, Michelle. I mean, it was very intimidating. These guys are absolute legends in their own right. And first of all, we were so incredibly honored and humbled to even be considered, that they would even consider us. But the fact that we got both Tony and Michelle was just absolutely, I still can't believe it. And getting to go to work with them every day, I would say the biggest surprise for me was in just how down to earth and approachable and even goofy they could get sometimes. Like, you think about Hollywood A-listers, or you think about show business, and you think egos, you think divas, you think big entourages, and it just could not have been further from what the reality was. It was just these two. It just felt like my auntie and my uncle. They were just so wonderful and warm and kind and generous. And Michelle, just such a goof. She just dancing in between takes and being fun. It just, it truly was the best. Just the best.
And for those who think that martial arts films are outdated and that an Asian Marvel lead doesn't do anything for Stop Asian Hate. What do you have to say?
I guess I would say I disagree.
Yeah.
I guess I would say that there's power in being represented in that way. And I would say there's power in reclaiming our narrative around martial arts. I would say for so long, martial arts has been something that Hollywood has distilled and diluted and packaged and kind of stereotyped, and that we've kind of reclaimed it for us. And you know, this movie in so many ways is a celebration of our culture. And that includes, you know, martial arts, that includes Eastern, you know, movement and dance and culture and aesthetics. So much of the Stop Asian Hate narrative, I personally think, is centered around just a lack of familiarity with our faces, with our culture, with our names, all of that. When you're not familiar, when you don't understand your fellow person, and when, you know, it becomes much easier to blame them for something, you know, and I think when you have that understanding, you have that bridge and that conversation, it becomes a lot easier to empathize with someone. And I think that's what we're trying to do with this film, and just in life with my platform and in general, is just to build bridges so that we can build empathy. Yeah.
Wonderful answer.
And sorry, can we wrap up that answer?
Oh, yes.
Can we do one more?
Well,
do one more.
puppies are waiting, but yeah, okay.
It's
one
NextShark.
more.
I would like to.
Okay.
This is more of like a meme one. How does it feel to go from garbage boy to bus boy and the master of almost breaking your neck to kung fu master?
Mm-hmm. It's certainly been a process. I've been a master of a lot of things. None of them anything useful. I've been a master of stock photos. I have been
Yes.
I've been a master of working the car rental desk at Handy Car Rental. I have been the master of almost breaking my neck. It's been the experience of a lifetime. It's been incredible, and I think I've proven so much to just myself and just how much I'm able to you know, to really commit to a role and really do it. I mean, I am someone who didn't have the traditional theater school or, you know, film school background. And I felt like my whole life that I was some sort of imposter, like, and that I was constantly trying to go through the motions or trying to fit in. And you know, I'm still feeling that every single day, don't get me wrong, but we were able to do it. We did it. We went to Sydney. We shot a movie over a year, and then the world saw it, you know, and just there's no feeling quite like it. I'm truly honored.
That's our last question.
That's it, unfortunately.
Yes.
Thank you.
So it wouldn't be, you know, an Asian interview or something without a gift. So I have shrimp crackers for you.
Oh my god.
Yes, I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna take these
Yes.
right now and open them. Thank you so much.
Yeah.